Welcome to today's lesson. Uh, Today we are looking at Microsoft PowerPoint, and this is the introduction part of Microsoft PowerPoint training on this platform. And then we share Microsoft PowerPoint. I'm training na yeba abisua bibi atom. But any about introduction, we share because Microsoft PowerPoint cry how do we open Microsoft PowerPoint and those kind of stuff. And no na yeba abisua. And most of this thing, the training will be practical. So any theory to say 2 lessons we've already done in Windows environment. And you be seeing for PowerPoint. So you got a PowerPoint for So first of all, let's look at what PowerPoint is, so that you'll be able to understand what we are going to learn today. Now, you got a PowerPoint. What is PowerPoint? PowerPoint is a slideshow presentation program that is part of the Microsoft Office suite of tools. PowerPoint make it easy to create, collaborate, and present ideas in a dynamic and visually comparing ways. So when we talk about PowerPoint, we are saying that PowerPoint is a software. It's me a presentation. Sorry. You can say presentation. What does it mean? You can say presentation. The word presentation. The word presentation. What do we understand about the word presentation? This word, presentation. Yeah, this word. The word I've added color to this word, presentation area there. So let me give you a typical scenario of what presentation is about. So in the modern day cases, you see that there's a projector, then so for the OCBR and I said you in some even sometimes music, it will be rolling the projector. That is the presentation. And as also for a preaching, then you see quotations popping up, the points you'll be talking about in the presentation, then popping up. These are all presentation, especially in meetings and other places. These presentations are being used. And schools too, some lecturers also use this presentation to lecture in universities and other higher institutions. So as I said, PowerPoint is just a software. It's media presentation. It's design presentation. So that you can present to an audience. So that is what PowerPoint is, and it's in the form of something called slide. Now, PowerPoint presentation works like a slideshow. You will, because you usually some small camera, be a first camera by more. So you click on it, then it changes. Now, about forever, you click on it, it's not when you click on it, it changes. That is what we call slide. So a slideshow, that's how it looks like. And to know that's how most of the olden days they used to watch movies and also film. So it's being the form of pictures, then they'll be sliding. So you see it on a bigger screen. So that is what PowerPoint works. So it conveys a message or a story, and you can break it down into what we call a slide. So the slide is like pictures that has been arranged in order, and each picture or slide contains specific information pertaining to whatever you are presenting to the audience. So that is what PowerPoint is all about. So you can think of each slide as a blank canvas for the picture, word, shape that will help you build up a story. So it's like you are building up a story or a point, but using pictures, text, as well as shapes to bring out your idea. So that is what PowerPoint is simply is. It's an application that you use to do a slideshow presentation or design a slideshow for a presentation. So that is what PowerPoint is about. Now, how would we let's talk about what we can use PowerPoint to do. PowerPoint in the DIN meeting edit PowerPoint in general. So we are going to look at what we can use PowerPoint to do. what we can use PowerPoint to do. It's very important that we understand and we know what we can use PowerPoint to do. Because a web boying understanding about how PowerPoint is being used and how it fits in our activities as an digital skills if acquired. So yeah, share PowerPoint, what it can be used to do. So first and foremost, PowerPoint can be used to help you communicate with confidence. So communicate with confidence is one point. That's what PowerPoint can help you to do, because I don't think it's help you design like a professional. So you have a design that looks like a professional design within a second. It doesn't take much time because it has so many things in it that can help you build a professional presentation. Then it also help you to design with your audience in mind. So PowerPoint can help you build your story or tell your story with your audience in mind. And then you can also collaborate in real time on presentation. So like if for instance we a group of people and I say you are in a meeting and I say you are a group in a school, then you need to do a project, you need to do a presentation. But if you be at in the you can do it collaboratively in real time. You can all be designing and working on this one project at the same time. And these features are possible in current PowerPoint softwares like the PowerPoint Office 2013 and Office 2016 we are looking at. Now, when we talk about communicate with confidence with PowerPoint, let's say you have a story to tell, and PowerPoint is designed to help you tell it. Now, the presenter view in PowerPoint 2016 help you review your presentation and rehearse the presentation so that you always know where you are and where you are going next. And it's marvelous. It's very great. And one thing about this is that when you project you project your presentation on, let's say, a projector or a second screen, automatically this presenter view is presented to you. So Okasa, it helps you. That's what builds your confidence, because only you have your slide notes and everything on a first screen or on your computer screen. Then you have a different interface, that's the slides on another screen. So what you are presenting on the presentation screen is quite different from what is on your screen. So you'll be able to at least add notes and other things here. I don't want more explaining your points better. And that's what brings about the confidence in your communication, because I don't really, you know what you're talking about. Unlike previous days where we have PowerPoint, it's there. But I don't really say, oh, present here. And say, oh, people so another be. But this one, you are looking on the screen. So there's nothing like. And now we have tablets. So you can even have your presentation on a tablet. You have a presenter view on a tablet that's holding you, then you just be presenting. And it makes you have that confidence to speak. And of course, you also have you can also design like a professional in a second. And what does that mean? So we talk about designing like a professional in a second, and also the HA and say PowerPoint designer automatically generate a variety of ideas that you can choose from in latest version of PowerPoint. So it's becoming much more like a very professional, um, result-oriented application that you can use to design all your slides. So I know that within a second you are there. You've gotten that professional looking slide that you need to use in your presentation. And of course, when I talk about designing with your audience in mind, PowerPoint have some samples called templates inbuilt into it that help you select at least an existing template to build your uh, presentation on. So, for instance, when you open the PowerPoint application, you realize that under the file menu there is various samples of already existing PowerPoint that have been incorporated in it. So you can select one of them which meets what you want to do, so that you'll be able to build upon that template and bring out your idea. So you know what to do and how to do that presentation. And also, when we talk about collaborating in real time, that is, you can work with your colleagues on one presentation project, even though they might not be where you are, but you can use Google Drive or SharePoint online for Office 360, Office 2013, Office 2016 to do that so that you can work on one project even though you're all being in your houses. You know, here say someone now at one place for you to work on a PowerPoint project. That's one feature that has also been included in PowerPoint, and it makes it much more better for you. So that is it. These are some of the things that uh, you can do with PowerPoint, or PowerPoint can help you come up with. So I don't say, let's move on to how to open PowerPoint. At this point, I will just switch to my desktop. I will switch to my desktop. I'll switch to my desktop and let's see. Now, this is my desktop. If I want to open PowerPoint, it's simple. Open PowerPoint and yet I'm using Windows 10, but if you use Windows 8.1, Windows 8, Windows 7, all you need to do is locate the Start menu, which is also always located at that's the far left corner of your screen. So those of you doing the Windows environment, you learn about the Start menu in detail. But for the sake of those who are not doing it in PowerPoint, the Start menu is on the taskbar. So that long black thing be under here beneath my screen. I made my mouse on the numbers, and no any friend a taskbar. And just the left side of it here, you see that there is a window icon there. That is the Start menu. So this is the Start menu. So if I want to open PowerPoint, what I can do is that I click on it. Then when I click on it, you see PowerPoint is already here. But of course, if it's not there, I'll have to click on all programs. So if you're using Office Windows 7, Windows 8.1, Windows 8, Windows 10, you always see all programs. Just click on all programs. Then look through for Microsoft Office folder. Microsoft Office folder, which will mostly be under the M column. So you move on to the M column. Here is it. I'm using Microsoft Office 2013. I click on it. Then I look through for PowerPoint. So I'll just look through for PowerPoint. PowerPoint. Sometimes you can also have the shortcut. So this is PowerPoint. So I click on it to open PowerPoint. Sometimes you can also have the icon on your desktop. So you can simply click the icon on your desktop. So this is the PowerPoint application. When you open PowerPoint for the first time, in terms of Office 2013 and 16, mostly you see that this is the recent file I've opened with PowerPoint, and this is the place I was talking to you about. That if you go to new tab, so you let me go straight a blank presentation. So you always, but if you're using Office 2013, 2007 and 2010, when you open it, takes you straight to this screen, the screen we are observing right now. And remember, screen has a straight. Remember, screen has a straight. And when it takes you to this screen, then you are already in a blank presentation mode. So you can start designing your presentation. But of course, said over here, when you're using Office 2007 and 2010, you can come to File here. File, then you click on New. Then this is what I was talking about. This is where I said the template. So we have different designs here that you can pick and work with it. Now we have presentation, which can search online and give me so many samples. So these are all presentation. So I can pick any of these sample here with the images already there. Then I'll just add my information to design my presentation, and it makes the presentation much more easier. I don't have to design anything. All I have to do is just pick one of these templates. It is a pick template now. Now me I made the information now, and also my topic now me design presentation on so I can pick the one that I like. So you see, we have business, we have education, we have industrial, we have label, we have animation, we have personal, we have nature, we have abstract, people report, science, map, marketing, travel. There's so many things or templates to choose from, so that you can work with. That is how come I initially stated that it helps you with build with your audience in mind. So it depends what am I doing, who am I going to present to. is it a sales project I'm doing? I have a sales template here that I can simply pick and input my sales information. Then I can just have my presentation done in a few minutes. So that is how it is done. But of course, always if you want to start from scratch, then it means that you have to always pick blank presentation. That's where you build everything from scratch on your own. Here you don't have to rely on anything for it. You have to build everything. So you have to have a guide. You have to do a rough work or sketch or draft of how you want your presentation to go with all your information available. Then you just start to design with your design in your mind. So that is how PowerPoint works. This is PowerPoint here, Duma. If you see a PowerPoint here, a nice application for development. Now let me go over how I open PowerPoint for the first time. If you want to open PowerPoint, you go to the Start menu, all programs, so all apps or all programs. Then you look for the Microsoft Office folder within all programs. Click on the Microsoft Office folder, which could be Office 2007, 2010, 2013, 2016, Office 360. Any of them could work. Then just click on the Office folder, then look for PowerPoint, then click on it. That is it. You are done. So that's how you open PowerPoint on your any computer. Now that we are on the interface of the PowerPoint presentation, before we go into detail about the parts of the PowerPoint interface, then we familiarize ourselves with the PowerPoint interface. Let's go back. Now, here some terms that we will be coming across in our presentation. So we are going to look at some terms that we will be coming across as we move on with our PowerPoint presentation. So the first one is something we call the slide master. The slide master. What is the slide master in PowerPoint? When you want all your slides to contain the same front and image, such as logo, you can make those changes in one place, the slide master, and they will be applied to all the other slides that follows it. So when you talk about the slide master, what is the slide master? Where can we find the slide master? Now, when you open any PowerPoint program, as we've done already, let me see. Let me go back to PowerPoint. Okay, now this is the slide master. This first slide here. So this is the slide master. Now I can add additional slides to this one. So I can add additional slides to this one. Now, you see this one, the design, and this one is different. Now this one is part of the slide, but this first one here is the slide master. Now sometimes you can also open the slide master. If you want to open the slide master itself, you can go to view tab here, and you see the slide master is here. So you click on this one, it gives you the slide master. So this is the slide master. To edit, or say click to edit master title star, then whatever. So this is the slide master. So here you can have full image of your slide master. So this is my slide master. So you see, it's the first slide here, and all these things, what I do here will affect every slide that will be on my main slide. So you can also view the slide master from here. So that is the slide master. Now, the slide master is the top slide in the thumbnail plane. When we talk about the thumbnail, this place is where we have the thumbnail plane. So the thumbnail plane just gives you a snap view of the arrangement of your PowerPoint slides. So you see all the slides here. Go to slide now. So you let me go back to home and show you something. Where is my mouse? Okay. So when I'm here, let me close the slide master. I'll come back there. So you see, this is the two-player plane. So you see, all my slides will be shown here. Number of slides that I will be having, they will be shown here. So that's what I'm talking about. So let's go back to the slide master and let's talk a little bit about the slide master. Now, The slide master, when you have a related slide layout, it will appear just below the slide master. So only the slide master is the first slide, this one. So that will be the main slide. That will mean that will contain your master title and then the master subtitle. So it means that will be the heading, like the project, the whole project, the title of the project you are going to present. It should be in the first master slide. Then the rest of the slide will follow that master slide. So that is basically what happens. So if you hear master slide, that is what we are looking at. But of course, in this view, in the view interface, you could join and look at other information that work with the master slide. Now the master slide, you can edit, you can delete, you can add placeholder, and I'll talk about placeholder. When we talk about placeholder is simple. These shapes here, I information. When I click on the second one, this is also a placeholder. So you see, this is a placeholder, this is a placeholder. You see, now I can edit every slide as I want. I can decide to arrange how I want all my slides to be here. That's why it's called a slide master. So you just edit your slides, your fonts, how the levels of the slide should be, and everything that you have to work with. Then from there, you have all your information. You can really add footnotes there, then the dates, everything to my slide master here. So the slide master looks like a blueprint of your whole slide. The blueprint of your whole slide that you are working with. So that is basically what the slide master does. Now, it's a good idea to edit your slide master and layout before you start to create individual slides. That way, all of your slides that you add to your presentation are based on your custom edit. If you edit the slide master or layout after creating individual slides, you need to reapply the changes layout to the existing slide in the presentation in normal view. So what that one means is that if you look at our slide, this one here, this is the slide master. So this slide master is, as I said, the blueprint of your whole design. So you have to come here and arrange it. That's why I mostly say that before you start your presentation or to design a PowerPoint presentation, first thing, now one can list in order, applying your design. Then what will be contained in each slide should be put there. And you know what's here? My first slide, it will be the title. The second will be this. The third slide, the fourth slide, the fifth slide will contain images and pictures. So you have everything drafted down. So you are just taking it here. So you come here to your master slide, then you do your blueprint as you've already drafted it. Now, so when you come to the normal view here to add your presentation or to add your design, then you will not be worried much about whatever you are going to do, because at the end of the day, all information will be there. You've already do your research and everything is there. So all that you need to do here is then you just add the information to it. And anywhere you add a new slide, it goes to the slide master and picks that design. Then it just brings it to your work. So that's it. So by the time you finish, you see that the arrangement will be inconsistent with your slide master, which you've already edited. So that is how the slide master is all about. So before you do any design, make sure you go to your slide master and actually edit it to see whatever you are going to do. Okay, so let's continue. Then share the user something called themes. When we start to do PowerPoint presentation designs, you'll be looking at something called themes. You'll be looking at something called themes. Now, these themes are very, very important. These themes are very, 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 very important. It's important to understand what the themes are about. A theme is a palette of colors, fonts, and special effects like shadows, reflections, 3D effects, and more. That complement one another. A skilled designer creates each theme in PowerPoint. These pre-designed themes are available to you on the Design tab in View mode. So what we are saying is that when you look at PowerPoint design, as we said, it has been made so easy for you to be able to understand and work with. And just like as I said, the templates that are in what's that application now called file menu template no. The template is quite different. Because the template in the skeleton of something that has already been put there with information already on it. You just edit the information and put yours there. But because the team here consists of pictures, designs, inflections. That's why 3D effects and many things are customized. Different So you just add that one to your design to make it much more appealing, nice looking, and beautiful. Okay, that's what we call the theme. And they are there. They are different types of themes that you can pick from. So everything you use in your presentation includes a slide master and a related set of layouts. If you use more than one theme in your presentation, you will have more than one slide master and multiple sets of slide layouts. So it's advisable say you always use one theme, because using different themes in the same one presentation wouldn't help you, because you have the theme now. The theme has already been customized to have a slide master layout already in there. So we use more than one theme, but then you are going to use more than one master slide customization in your work. And also M1. So I think it's very important at this end that when you are using the theme, you pick only one theme from the theme place. Then the next one is the slide layout. Slide layout. When you talk about the slide layout, it contains formatting, positions, and placeholders for all of the content that appears on the slide. Now, placeholders are the containers in layout that holds such content as text, images, text, charts, clip art, movies, sounds, pictures, and a whole bunch. You can't place where you can explain actually when you look at our PowerPoint. This is our PowerPoint. Now you realize say on our PowerPoint we have this box where it has stated click here. So this is a placeholder and it's a title placeholder. And this was also a subtitle placeholder. If I click on the second slide, you see that this is also a placeholder. This is also a placeholder where you can add all these things. You can add image, chart, what have you. So this is what we call the placeholder, and it contains the information in your slide. So mostly slides are arranged in layouts, and that layout, that's where you have a placeholder for your picture, a placeholder for your text, a placeholder for your bullet or listed information, and kind of that. So we have that slide layout there that enables you arrange your items on your slide as you want it to be. And as I've already stated, always draft them on a paper how you want your layout to be. Then you transfer it into the designer or onto the PowerPoint presentation design software. Now, the slide layout also contains themes that is color, font, effect, and background of a slide. So you can also do that. You can also add these changes to it. Now, mostly you can decide not to pick the theme now. PowerPoint design. You can pick your own color, your own font, your own effect, and your own background into PowerPoint and work with it. So that is how the slide layout is also about. So the slide layout is just the arrangement. So you can change almost everything about the layout to suit your need. When you change the layout, and then you go to normal view, every slide you add after that will be based on this layout and will reflect the changes look of the layout. However, if there are existing slides in your presentation that are based on the old version of your layout, you may need to reapply the new layout to it so that it will work. So that is also one part of PowerPoint you have to understand. Then you have start presentation and see your notes in a presenter view. That is the feature of PowerPoint that have made it much more useful and better than before. Because when you are presenting, what you see on you present on screen is quite different from what the audience will see. And on all screens, you can see the notes and everything that you want to talk about. Whilst on the screen for your audience, they only see what you are presenting to them, and that makes it much more better for you to work with. And that is one of the things that you have to do. Now, sometimes you can also do certain things with the presenter view. For instance, if your presenter view appears on the wrong screen, let's say I'm going to present, and I realize that when I click to start a presentation, my distance swapped, the screen swapped, and the one that is supposed to be on my screen, that's the presenter view, went straight to the second screen or the projector. There's simply a way that you can simply click on the settings to switch the screen quickly, so that you have yours on your screen, then the audience one on the audience screen, as simple as that. Then you can also turn on the presenter view, where you can just have one view. For instance, if you are presenting to a few people in a few rooms, and you don't need to have a presenter view, you can just turn the presenter view on. All these things are features that makes PowerPoint much more better than it used to be. So let's look at the interface of PowerPoint, and let's look at the path of the PowerPoint window. Okay, so the PowerPoint window. You see, on top here, where we have the presentation tool and not the PowerPoint here, is what we call the title bar. The title bar. Every window have a title bar, and that is where you have the title bar. Now, this place is what we call the quick access toolbar. The quick access toolbar. Above the file and the home menu, we have the quick access toolbar. Then we have the close button, the minimize button, the minimize button, then maybe the restore down and the maximize button. Then we have this question mark, which is the help button, where you go, you can have help and notes, tons of notes on PowerPoint that you can read. Of course, the reason why we are not giving notes is because all the notes that you'll be looking at are all on your computer. If you are using Office 2007, 2010, 2013, 2017, they all have notes there. So there's no need for us to give you notes. So you just always go to help, this question mark, then you have all the notes you can read about the particular Office tool that you're looking at. Be it Word, Excel, PowerPoint, you can have the notes there. So that is one good thing about Microsoft Office Suite. Now, aside that, we also have the menu here. You see home, insert, design, transition, animation, slideshow, review, view, and format. This format mostly comes when you click on something. So there are menus that comes, but the main menu for PowerPoint presentation is home, insert, design, transition, animation, slideshow, review, and view. Now this is what we call the menu for the menu bar. Now under the menu bar, you click on any of the menu. It also gives you a sub menu. Now that sub menu is what we call the ribbon menu. It's what we call the ribbon menu. The ribbon menu simply gives us an understanding of what we are doing. It gives us much more command so that we'll be able to work with our application. And it's called the ribbon menu. The ribbon menu. The ribbon menu. The ribbon menu. Now, aside the ribbon menu, you also have different and other menus that you can also look at. Now, this place is what we call the thumbnail plane. Thumbnail plane. Simply, it outlines your slides in order. So, slide 1, slide 2, slide 3, slide 4. So, the last slide on your design. Then, this is where we call the slide plane. This is what the slide stage. This is where you add all your slide information to your work. So here is where the design actually takes place, and you can use this plane to switch between your slides. So depending on the number of slides that you have, you can use this place to switch between those slides. Now here gives you the number of slides. So this will give you the number of slides that you are looking at. So how many slides will you be looking at? It will also be shown here. So yes, that is it. We are still looking at Microsoft PowerPoint, and we are still learning. Now let's continue our training. Let's continue our training. Let's continue our training. Now, I start getting to know the number of slides here. You can also have your notes here. So you can have your notes here where you can add your notes. That mostly the notes are additional information that will help you talk more about your slide or your design. So that when you are presenting, you don't have to be holding pictures and stuff. So all your notes can be included in your presentation. Then you can also have different type of views for your work. So you can have different type of views. So I can have this view here where my slide will show. Then I can have this one where I can use my design. This is also another one. So different type of design or view for your work. And so you can have different. And this is the slideshow view where you can have a slideshow for yourself. So that is it. So we have different type of views here, and this bar here can help you zoom in and zoom out your work. So it can help you zoom in and zoom out your work, and that is that. So that is how PowerPoint interface is. So far, that is the lesson that we are going to do that. Of course, the rest of the menu that you see there, under home you have bunch of menu, under insert you have bunch, under design you have bunch, under transition you have bunch, animation you have bunch menu. All these menu we look at what they are, how can we use them, how do they affect our designs, and we are looking at all these things. Now, when we are looking at PowerPoint or you want to do a PowerPoint design, there are some few menus that are most important when you have to look at. Now, the first one, let me take you to the first one is the home. Home is basically where you can add a new slide. So you see, I have 3 slides. When I click on this button, it adds additional slides for me. So that will be just be designing and going that way. Now, then we also have the front here where I can change my front for the text, which is also similar to where it is of PowerPoint. We have shapes here and what have you. Then, and then insert here, you can insert picture, table. You can also insert new slides as well from here. Then you can also insert screenshots, photo album, text, videos, audios as well. You can insert all of them here using the insert. Now, when you are done typing your information and insert of the pictures and everything that relates to your presentation, the next step is that you come to design here. Then you pick a theme. So this is where I was talking about. This is where we have the theme. So we have different type of themes to choose from. That makes your presentation nicer and much more appealing. So here, that is it. Once you have finished with the design, you go to transition. Transition is simply how your slide will be coming onto the screen. So let's say if I pick slide 1, I can decide to pick how it will come. So this is how the transition gets, and this is where PowerPoint gets much more enjoyable for those who have not been working with PowerPoint. When they see this, they become much more happy with PowerPoint. So this is it. So these are all the transitions. So you can add different transitions to every slide so that it tells how the slides will come onto your screen when you are doing your presentation. That is one thing. So after you've done your, you've come to home, type your text, change your font, go to insert your picture, and what have you. When you see picture, and wait, now what type of using the home, then you come to design, then you pick a theme to make your presentation look nice. You do pick a theme, no, not team then the next is the transition. Then where you tell your PowerPoint slides how they should come in and which type of effect it should do when it is coming. So that's how it is. into which how the bar design any thing. For instance, you can use this one to roll it up, roll it down, different ways. Then the animation here work with the content of your slide. You see, the transition is for the whole slide, slide 1, slide 2, slide 3, the whole thing, how it comes on the screen. But then the animation here deals with the text on your slide. For instance, if I have image here, I can add animation on how this image word here will appear on my screen. So I can say slide and you see how the image came out. So you have different type of effects too for that one. How it should come in, it depends. So you can work with it. You can pick any design that you want here. Once you added the animation to all your text and indicated when they should come in, then you have done, you have finished. Then you can come here and start your slide show or begin your presentation and rehearse. So you see, you can rehearse here using the rehearse timing so that you can also record a slide show. So you can do a presentation and record it. Just like I'm presenting this course to you, I can decide to do a slide presentation, then record it. Then the whole information on my slide, it's really I'm presenting to an audience. But then once I finish the presentation, I can even record it or save it in the form of video or something of that sort, so that I'll be able to have that recorded version of my slide there. And it's a good way to see how, or to even practice how to present to an audience. So you'll be able to know where your weaknesses are. Then you'll be able to know your timing and all this stuff. So it's not just about designing the presentation only, but it's also about practicing your presentation so that you will be on point when the due day comes for you to go and present. So that is basically what's really happening. So yes, that is that. And I'll be bringing this course lesson to an end for today very soon. And as I've stated early in this particular course, all questions relating to all the lessons we are taking on this platform can be asked under that specific topic on the course page. So when you start the course page, you watch the video, finish watching the video, you have any issue, under the video there is the question box there. Just type in your questions and you will respond accordingly. If it means that we have to call you or you have to come to our center for much more explanation and in-depth, we will schedule a day for you where you come with all your problems, then we take you through. So this is it. So this is the introduction to PowerPoint, and this is how PowerPoint is going to be. PowerPoint is simple. Just plan your design, plan your presentation, do your research, gather your information, go to home, add more slides, put there your design. But before that, go to the slide master and design your slide layout. Then add your information, insert pictures using the insert tab, go to design and pick a theme, add transition to your slide, then animation to your slide content. Then you can start your presentation with PowerPoint. Thank you very much for being here with me. Thank you very much for watching this amazing training or video. And I hope that I'll see you in the next lesson. Shalom. Thank you. God bless you. Make sure you always watch the video to the end. Make sure you understand whatever we are taking you through. If you don't understand anything or you have any contribution, any comments, just add it under the question button and we will respond accordingly. It's me, Emmanuel, again, and I'm being your instructor for this particular course, Microsoft PowerPoint. Thank you. Until we meet another time on the next lesson. See you. Bye-bye.